but what he did say was that it represented the prince of the believers, Imam Ali alayhi salam. As above, so below.
In the hadith of the Yemeni man who entered upon Abu Abdullah alayhi salam, and he named him by his name which no one knew, and it was Sa'd. So he said to him, "O Sa'd, what is your profession?" So he said, "We are from a people of a house who look into the stars or planets." Until he alayhi salam said, "What is the name of the star planet which if it rose the cows would rage?" So he said, "I do not know." So he said, "You have said the truth." So he alayhi salam said, "What is the name of the star or planet which if it rose the dogs would rage?" So he said, "I do not know." So he alayhi salam said, "You have said the truth in your saying, I do not know. Then what is Saturn to you in the planets?" So Sa'd the Yemeni said, "It is a planet of bad luck," or "It is an evil omen." So Abu Abdullah alayhi salam said, "Do not say that, because Saturn is the planet of the commander of the believers, Ali ibn Abi Talib, and it is the planet of the vicegerents, and it is the piercing star which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in his book." And in the narration of Al-Madaini, which is reported from Al-Kafi, from Abu Abdullah alayhi salam, he said, "Verily Allah has created a star or a planet in the 7th orbit. He created it from cold water, and he created the rest of the orbiting stars or planets from hot water, and it is the planet or star of the prophets and vicegerents, and it is the star or planet of the commander of the believers, Ali ibn Abi Talib. It commands to exit the world and be ascetic in it, and it commands sleeping on dust, and taking bricks as pillows, and wearing rough clothes, and eating dry food. And Allah has not created a star or a planet that is closer to Allah than it."
Could it be that the basis for the knowledge of the stars and planets, which magicians and astrologers use today, was actually originally knowledge of the prophets and messengers, alayhim salam? Donald Tyson, an astronomer and famous magician and author of many books concerning magic and the occult, and also the author of the book Al-Hazred and the Necronomicon, writes, "The holy angels dwell in above the circle of the moon in the stars. God transmits his purposes to the stars. The stars, by the agency of their ruling angels, in turn send potency to the planets. The planets, by their pattern movements, affect life here on the earth."
And we find in the book Ajaib al-Malakut by Abdullah al-Zahid, on page 165, a tradition by Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam, who said, "Verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the Holy Spirit, and he did not create a creation closer to him than it. If he desired a certain matter, he threw it to the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit throws it to the stars, and they run with it," meaning they make it happen on earth.
Black does not emit or reflect light. It absorbs all frequencies of the visible electromagnetic spectrum. Light interacts with atoms and molecules to convert to other forms of energy. As black absorbs light, it absorbs energy, making black a thermal energy collector. Black is also the color of the universe, as is easily seen by looking at the night sky. Scientists have also determined the universe consists primarily of dark matter. This matter, which does not reflect light, accounts for the gravitational pull in effect throughout the universe. Melanin. What makes black people black? Melanin. Melanin is the aromatic chemical which makes black people black. It comes in several colors, including red, yellow, brown, and black. That's why black people come in all colors.
Okay, but if there are craft there are beings?
Okay, people have asked me about, I call them vehicles, okay?
Right.
Now, I did not call them objects. That was too neuter for me.
Okay.
I had a Stanford professor say you ought to call them objects. No. They have all of the qualities of a vehicle. Mm-hmm. They can move. You know, they're just like a missile or anything like that. So that much we can say about them, for sure.
Okay.
So I'm calling it a vehicle.
Okay.
Okay, somebody comes along and says, well, now where would you manufacture one that's 2.5 Earth lengths long? And that's a hard question to answer.
So are you not positing the idea that those vehicles contain, you know, beings who are, you know, maybe like us?
Yeah, I only go along with government images. And if you want to know about people kind of thing, there is the ship that picked up the Voyager capsule at Alameda Naval Shipyard, and they have a picture there of I think it's the Apollo flight that Buzz and Neil were on. But anyway, there is one image there that shows black people getting off.
So people with dark skin getting off.
Not dark, black.
Black skin.
Really black. Yeah.
Were they tall?
Yes.
Very tall?
Yeah.
How tall? Do you know?
Well, they got out the doorway. I don't know how high that is, but
Well, what?
to say 7 feet would be probably a conservative estimate.
Have you heard about Clark McClellan's statement about that?
No.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Have you ever been in touch with him?
No.
No?
There is one image there that shows black people getting off.